Hey everyone, it's that Math Magician. On this video, we're going to take a look at systems of equations and we're going to focus in on the equal values method. We're going to see how we can use this method to help us find the point of intersection of two different equations. So let's jump right into this problem. I have my two equations, y equals 4x plus 24, y equals x plus 9. Notice that both of those equations are equal to y. They both start off with y equals. So let's think about that for a second. I know that y equals 4x plus 24. I also know that y equals x plus 9. So if both of those blue expressions equal y, then they must equal each other, right? That's what equality means. They both equal y, so they must equal each other. So here's where we use our equal values method. I set both of those expressions on the right equal to each other. This is going to allow me to solve for x and then eventually solve for y to find that point of intersection of these two lines. So let's go ahead and do it. I got to solve for x. I want to isolate my x variable. So I think I'm going to subtract the x on this right side over to the left side to move my x's over from one side to the other. So 4x's take away an x. That's going to leave me with 3x's. I still have plus 24. It equals, notice the x is there, zeroed out. X minus x is 0. I'm just left with positive 9. Because I moved my variable over from the right to the left, right? That x was moved over to the left side. Now I want to move the constant over to the right side, okay? Move our positive 24 over to the right side. To do that, let's do the opposite of plus 24. That is minus 24. Let's draw that equal signs. Those are going to zero out, which is what we want. I'm just left with 3x's on the left side equal to 9 minus 24. Again, if you struggle with negatives, use a calculator. There's no shame with that. 9 minus 24 is going to give us a value of negative 15. Perfect. Alrighty, we almost have x isolated. The last step is I have 3 x's. I want 1 x. To get x by itself, we need to divide both sides by 3, our coefficient of 3. I'm left with now x equals negative 15 divided by 3 is negative 5. We are trying to find that point of intersection of these two lines. That is a coordinate point. I now know that x is going to be negative 5. I need to find the y term. I'm not done yet. I gotta find the y term. But now that I know my x, I can find y by using those two equations up there. And now you get to pick which equation we should use, because it truly doesn't matter which one you use. Now I would say pick the simpler equation, right? Pick the one with the least amount of work to make your life a little easier. If I'm looking at those two equations, I think that second one, y equals x plus 9, that is much simpler than y equals 4x plus 24. Now you could do the first one, it's not going to matter, but I'm going to use the second one just because it's a little simpler. Now y equals x plus 9, but I know what x is. We just solved for it. X is negative 5. So I'm going to substitute in negative 5 for x. And notice that the only thing I have to do now is negative 5 plus 9. Use a calculator if you struggle with that. But we should end up with a value of positive 4. So the point where these two lines intersect is at negative 5, 4. That is how you use the equal values method. If two equations are equal to the same variable, in this case they're both equal to y, then we set them equal to each other, solve for x, solve for y, you're good to go. It's that Math Magician, and I'll see you on the next video.